Hey guys, welcome to Bloggers United. Welcome to another video. And right now it's time to talk about Mikel Arteta and his appointment as Arsenal manager. Now the Gunners have a new manager after sacking Unai Emery after Fred Lambert being interim manager for a few weeks. The same happened with Everton. They also hired a new manager, Carlo Ancelotti. I might be making a video about Ancelotti maybe tomorrow, maybe in the next couple days. We don't have Barcelona football until January the 4th, so expect to see some match reviews probably about the Premier League, that game against Leicester, and Liverpool is going to be very interesting for sure. The Manchester City-Leicester game was pretty good. I just don't know how you guys would have felt about me doing the match review about that game. But regardless of that, today it's time to talk about former La Masia prodigy, or La Masia player, Mikel Arteta. He was at Barcelona, played for Barcelona C, for Barcelona B. He went on loan to Paris Saint-Germain. Then he was at Rangers for a bit. Then he returned to Spain, to Real Sociedad, where he was born in San Sebastián. Then he went to Everton, and consequently he finished his career, the last couple of years of his career, at Arsenal Football Club. Very much liked by the Arsenal fans. He was made captain. He was a pretty good, they remember very well him in North London, and I think that the appointment of Mikel Arteta as a new Arsenal manager it's a risky one, I'm gonna say, but I'm not gonna say it's not one that doesn't have the potential to succeed, because it does. And I know that there is a lot of doubt because with Arsenal failing to, probably they would have rather hiring someone. The fans would have liked the club to hire someone with a better, with a better pedigree, and probably Carlo Ancelotti would have been a much desired appointment. But obviously they were not gonna pay that much money to Carlo Ancelotti. I think he's the fourth paid highest manager right now, which is a lot of money for Everton. But if they let him do his work, I believe that he will get the best out of his squad, which is what Ancelotti is best at. But talking about Mikel Arteta, he's a manager that, for me, has a lot to prove right now. Obviously, he has the world to prove. He has never coached anyone. But he, as you guys know, has been the second of Pep Guardiola. He's been, taking care of that Manchester City team with Pep Guardiola. They've won 2 Premier League titles together. And you might think that it's been all Guardiola. And to a point, it is. But, the second coach is also an important piece in any team. He's the one that talks to the players, that has communication with the players overall, just as the first coach. I don't know what Mikel Arteta is going to be playing Arsenal with, because if he wants to play like Manchester City, they're going to have a problem, because Arsenal right now does not have enough tools to sustain playing like that. They could play 1 or 2 games like that, but not during the whole season. So I wouldn't be surprised, and I don't think that Arsenal fans, first of all, they should put all their support on Arteta, because I think that a manager always needs support, regardless of, because if you don't support your manager, you're supporting failure for your club. And I'm not going to be the one that tells Arsenal fans how to, react, or how to feel, or how to do their things regarding their club. But I always think that supporting your club is the most important thing, and therefore you need to support the manager to do so. You can ask for the manager to leave, but if they're still your Arsenal manager, that's why I support Valverde. Even though I think that he should leave, I support Valverde because I want Barcelona to be good. I want Arsenal to succeed. Therefore, I have to support our current manager. With that said, Arteta has a lot to prove. Like I said, he doesn't have the tools priority, because Arsenal, I don't know what they've been doing with signings, because for me it's all over the place. They've built a team that for me was a 4-2-3-1, a 4-3-3, a 3 at the back, and that's point to do with Unai Emery and with Wenger. And this idea that I think Arsenal fans have to get the idea. Like, they have to understand, and I know it's hard. Like, if any Arsenal fans hears me out, they're gonna think that I don't know what I'm talking about. And I know historically Arsenal are a huge football club. I know that, but they have to understand that right now it's not the right moment to believe that you're bigger. Because I keep hearing this thing on AFTV and other Arsenal media that they think that they're much bigger than Tottenham Hotspur, and to a point that they are. Historically, there's no comparison. But right now, if we see the last 5 years of Spurs and Arsenal, it's not even close. It's not even close. Because Arsenal looked on the downwarding trend, while Spurs looked on an upwarding trend, and they would have maybe won a Premier League title if they didn't encounter the best two teams ever in Premier League history, which are this current Liverpool and Manchester City sides. So, just the debate about that, I think they have to be realistic. They have to understand that reaching the top 4 right now, it's going to be hard. And your goal, to be honest, at least your minimum demands, shouldn't be reaching the top 4. It should be, let's do well, let's try to rebuild. If we are a few seasons out of Champions League football, that's fine. The idea is to get to the top 4, don't get me wrong, it is. Having Champions League football is really important for a club to grow, especially to get the best players. And I understand that they know that, but at the same time, rushing it is not going to help anyone. Liverpool were not consistently getting top 4 finishes until they really got to the key and got all the pieces working well together. That's when Liverpool started working well as a team. Until then, they had to be okay with maybe finishing the Europa League, or maybe not even finishing in those places, but working well, developing the team, working with the team well together to improve every single season to get ahead of the pack. And that's something they have to do. They have to understand that if they finish 8th, 7th, 6th, it's going to be fine. It's okay. Just if you see an improvement in how the team plays, in how your youngsters are improving season by season, performance by performance, then that's okay. That you're going to lose these games out here or there, that's fine. But you have to recognize that Arsenal right now is competing against some of the best teams in the world. Like, the Premier League has teams that any team can hurt you. Like, you're competing against Spurs, Everton, West Ham, Manchester United, Manchester City, Liverpool, Chelsea, Wolves, Leicester. There's so many teams that can hurt you going forward. So therefore, you have to understand that. I think Arsenal fans do have to understand that if they want to ever have a chance to succeed going forward. I'm not going to say that the squad of Arsenal is completely, it doesn't work. I'm going to say that it needs a few pieces to add up. I know Saliba is coming in next year. That would definitely help. I think that he's a promising center back. I still think maybe 1 or 2 more center backs would help, especially a top class center back that's going to fix your defense, kind of having the Van Dijk effect. Although, I feel that everyone at Liverpool is believing that they improved all of a sudden because they got Van Dijk. Van Dijk was really important for their success. I'm not going to deny that. But it's more because, Liverpool finally got to the point where they know how to automatically play. Like, they finally understood Jurgen Klopp and they were able to get the best out of each other every single game. It just coincidentally got to the point where, yes, Van Dijk helped to improve the defense and improve the system of Liverpool Football Club. I think Arsenal should have that. I'm not going to say that one defender is going to fix everything. It's not going to fix all the problems in defense and in attack. But it might help give you more quality to be able to, progress the ball forward, be able to keep the possession, be a leader of that defense, definitely. If it was me, Leno, I think it's being a good goalkeeper for Arsenal. Then you would probably have, if MTT has injury concerns, he might opt to leave Barcelona. Let's remember that he was one of the best center backs in the world before his injury. You have the likes of Upamecano, Ibrahim Konate, who they've been linked with, really interesting defenders at RB Leipzig. You have really good two fullbacks in Kieran Tierney and and Bellerin. I think that they will help a lot. In midfield three, you already have the likes of Torreira and Guendouzi. I think adding another midfielder, maybe like Jose Mawar, would help you massively to be able to keep help possession. If you can maybe make Ceballos permanent, that would help a lot, definitely. And I believe maybe bringing in one more winger couldn't hurt, because to be honest, Aubameyang is not a winger. Like, he's not going to give you depth in the wide positions. And Nicolas Pepe, I think that he can be able to get the best out of Nicolas Pepe, because something that really helped like Manchester City overall was Pep Guardiola being able to get the best out of Raheem Sterling. So if Arteta is able to do this kind of things and work well, and understand that, and if the club is able to understand that this is a long haul project, that they need to understand that going forward, this team is going to require it's going to require patience, and it's going to require, investment. It's going to require that the player, assistant coach, and the coach, whatever Arteta says goes to the field. Therefore, that is my plan for Arsenal at the time. We'll see how they're going to be developing. It's something that I want to keep my eye on, because if Arteta ends up being one of the really great managers to emerge in world football, I would definitely consider getting him for Barcelona, definitely, if it ends up working out. Always these kind of players that have the philosophy of Barcelona, because I believe that Arteta is going to do so. I will be very surprised if he doesn't try to implement the style that he's been training with Guardiola for so many years already, that we'll see. Like, there is so many managers that I think are ready to coach Barcelona, and we'll see at the end of the season or in a few seasons time if Arteta is one of them. But just and done, leave me your opinions about Mikel Arteta. Do you think that he's going to succeed at Barcelona? At Arsenal, sorry. What do you think about him? Do you think that what should be made for Arsenal Football Club? And leave me all your opinions in the comment section below. Comment, like, and subscribe. And I'll see you next one, Blaugranas.